Refilling duck nails can be one of your worst nightmares. In my last video, I gave y'all a little insight about refilling a overlay. Now it's time to get into refilling duck nails, which is one of the tippity top most difficult nails to refill because the shape can get out of whack so fast. Now, when you first start to do the process of whatever process you do when you do refills, my process, I like to cut down the nails first. Now, with duck nails, you really have to look at it, analyze, and explain to your client, this is how much room I got to cut down until they start to look square, especially if your client has a tapered duck nail look, like not too wide, but not too skinny, like a nice little mixture of taper, square, and duck nails. And that's what my client has today. So when she came to me and said she wanted a refill, I was like, we gotta see how we can maintain these nails to keep them in this duck shape. To maintain that shape when cutting the nails down, I would prefer using the drill. I know most people cut the nails down, and sometimes I do this when I'm cutting down, let's say, square nails or even sometimes coffin. You might use your cuticle nippers to cut the nails down depending on how much they want it cut off, or you might use your nail clippers. Now with the duck nails, I do not recommend that because sometimes it could come out jagged and sometimes you can end up cutting off too much. But I feel like when you cut down with the drill, you can maintain, like, go down like little layer by layer to maintain, like, okay, is this short enough? Okay, you want me to go lower? Just like that, to keep an eye out for how short your client wants to go and what they're comfortable with, and how much room you have to go to maintain this shape, because that's the whole goal here. We're trying to maintain this shape, especially if your client does not want to change the shape. You have to maintain the shape. With doing the application is literally the same thing. I broke it down in my last video, which I will tag here. Y'all can go check that video out on how the application works and how to get the best application to where you don't even have to do all that hard, strenuous work when it comes down to filing. Let's take a little pause here. For all my nail tech girlies, my beginner nail techs, and even my seasoned nail techs, I know sometimes it'd be a struggle to gain clients, and sometimes you even get burnt out from doing a whole lot of clients. That's why I want y'all to follow this Instagram right here. I'm dropping some gems for y'all so y'all can check out these done for you digital products. You can start selling digital products and make passive income to where you don't even have to be in the nail chair all day. You could be making money in your sleep. Go ahead and check out my description down below and get started now. Now I need y'all to get into y'all seats nice and tight because we're finna walk through this whole filing process. I need y'all notepads out because we're about to get to it now. The number one thing before you even pick up a file that you need to know is angles. You need to know the different angles, especially when filing. You don't want to hold the file straight down with filing duck nails because it's going to give it that square shape. You want to only apply the file to the top of the nail where you want it slim at. I'm telling y'all, this is a tip. Do not touch the bottom of the nail. You see how I'm leaning it to where it's only leaning against the top of her nail? That's how you want it. You don't want to touch the bottom because once you touch that bottom, it's going to be square. When it comes down to the tip of the nail is not where most of the bulk is. It's usually under the nail. That's why you want to hold it at a 90-degree angle right against the tip and lean it back. So therefore, it's catching whatever bulk is underneath the nail and it's going to give you the crispest shape. If you're a little confused on degrees, like how I was myself when I first started out, you could just play around with the 90. The 90 is straight up and down. That's it. Straight up and down against the nail. That's the 90. So once you know the 90, you could play around and see what techniques you like better. Like, oh, should I lean the file? I like it more when I lean the file forward or when I lean it back a little bit or if I angle it to the left, like that. When I was at cosmetology school and we were learning about the different angles of the hair, my teacher would explain it to me. I would be so lost. I would be ditzy Dora. I wouldn't even know what she was talking about until somebody gave me like a presentation. Like, I have to see it. Like, when somebody's talking to me, like, oh, this is the angle, da da da, this angle 45, 180, da da da. I'm like, I'll just be staring at you like you got stupid written across your forehead, because I need a visual. I need to see you with the shears in your hand. I need to see you pick up the hair. I have to be eye to eye with it. I feel like that's the problem when you go to college. They feel like them visually showing you something or showing you like a video and stuff like that is like kind of like babyfying you, but it's not. You speaking it to me, I'm not going to understand it. It's going to go in one ear and out the other, because everybody learns differently. I am a visual learner, and I'm pretty sure most people are visual learners. But that's the good thing about going to cosmetology school, because it's kind of like they don't have no choice but to get up and show it to you, because they have to show it to you on the mannequin head. And when she got up and showed it to us, I was like, all right, we're here now. We're here. I got you. We're here. Let me know down in the comments below, what type of learner are y'all? Are y'all a visual learner where y'all have to see it? You have to see it for it to click, like myself. Or are y'all a auditorial learner where y'all can hear somebody speaking about something and y'all understand it right then and there without having to have a picture in sight? You want to make sure that you file up under the nails, because it can make the sides of your nails look wider. If you look at your nails and you're trying to figure out what is off, I had filed it to death. Why does it still look wide? I'm telling you, file underneath the nail. That can be making the nails look wider than usual. I done got these nails to the crispness and the slimness of my liking, and they are definitely still giving duck and not square. Now let's get into this nail art. Now, my client wanted me to freestyle, and y'all know, well, if you're new here, you don't know, but I have been trying to venture out and get more into freestyling so I wouldn't be in that little inspo pic bubble. I still love me a good inspo pic, but I'm trying to get into freestyles more to use my little brain power. If you're looking for a more detailed video on how I mix my colors and mapping out the color ratio to get certain colors, check out this video right here. It explains to you in great detail on how I get my colors, because I love to mix a color. No need to go out and buy a whole bunch of colors when you have them right in your face. You just have to mix them up. Mixing the colors is just all about dibbling and dabbling, taking out, putting in, seeing what works for you. When I first started doing out the freestyle, I did not know where I wanted to go with it. I just knew the colors that I had. So I was like, hey, you cannot go wrong with a good French tip. But this time I kind of wanted to do my French tips a little lower than how I usually do them, to kind of give it that regular French tip style that's like coming back instead of doing the deep French. I already laid down my matte top coat, so this process could go way smoother, and I don't have to worry about the black bleeding on to everything, because when I tell you it does that, it's just so annoying. So once you lay down the matte, you're good to go. You won't have to worry about it spreading or going into any other areas that you don't want it in. I know this is not a trick, but I started doing my French tip like this, and when I tell you, it was a lifesaver. Just mapping out the guide and marking where you want it at, and drawing the line first and filling in the rest with the brush. That's like, mwah, chef's kiss. Your perfect guide to doing a French tip fast and efficiently, and it won't take you all day, because I used to sit there and try to fill in the French with a little itsy bitsy brush. Never again. The first thought that I had in my head was I want to go in with the chrome, so I was like, let me map out the black French tips first so I could get the chrome out the way before I wanted to figure out how I want to do the other nails, because I know I wanted the gold chrome to be like the accent. So I was just basically going to do the nails based off of where the gold chrome was and how I was feeling, like what was the vibes. with applying my chrome, I do not like using that little spongy thing that it come with. I didn't have my fair share with using it, and I just don't like it. So I usually just go in with my finger and rub it on in, because I feel like I get all the crevices and creases when I'm using my finger. Now, after I use my finger, I do go in with a sponge. It's like a regular beauty sponge. When I tell y'all that thing works miracles, it removes all of the chrome that's on the acrylic off, like just in like one swipe. It just collects it all and just seals your chrome on in. Now, I have seen some people like they do it with like the matte top. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. They got some special type of way. But when I tell y'all, that does not work for me. I just like to leave like the sticky layer that comes from the gel polish already, to let the chrome stick to that. That just works best for me. It's been working for a good little while now. I want you to watch this nice and close. Voila. It's all gone. Now, sometimes the chrome like to play some games. Sometimes it want to act right. Sometimes it want to be patchy. That's why I like to do it on my finger, because I notice when, let's say if you put the chrome on there and sometimes it be like misses some spots. If you try to fill it in with the sponge, it's not going to fill in. But if you go in and you like dip your finger back in the chrome and like rub your finger against the chrome, it's going to fill in that spot. I don't know if it's just the heat from your finger, the little skin. I don't know. It works miracles. Now, at this point in my head, I was thinking about what I was going to do to the other fingers. That's the thing that you have to do with freestyles. Like, once you are already doing one nail, you have to be processing and thinking like, okay, what can I do to the next nail, so you don't be sitting there like, That's why I think it's good to come up with a theme at first, so you can know what colors you're going to use. So when they're in front of you, your ideas could just be flowing. Sometimes after you do the removal with the sponge to remove the excess chrome that's on the nail, sometimes you may have little glitter specks on there, but how you can fix that is very simple and very easy if it bothers you that much. Because I know some people, like, they want everything to be clean. They don't want to see like no extra chrome unless it's on the tip of the finger. But with me, I'm that person. But sometimes it don't bother people and they could just go about their day. But I don't like to see it. The only way I want the chrome is where I put it at. So I just go ahead with my little cleanup brush and some acetone, and I just make sure I follow the line of the French tip to remove all that extra shimmer on there. Now with this, you have to be really careful, because if you get that acetone on that chrome, it will remove it. And then it's going to be hard to apply it again, because at that point, the sticky layer, the annihilation layer of the gel polish is basically gone. So just be real tedious with that part. Since I got the base of the nails out of the way, the French tips, the chrome, all that good stuff, I left the pinkies empty because I wanted to do something a little special on the pinky. Now, some people, they like to have, I keep saying some people, because there do be a certain people, they like to have their French tip, not their French tip, their freestyles like coordinate with each other. But with this freestyle, my client, she didn't really care as long as it all came together, you know? Like, she's not all about like it has to be a certain color, stick to the certain color base. She's more of my chill clients, like, hey, freestyle, do what you want. So that's what I do. Now I decided to do this little seashell design with this. I made like this jelly brown color because I didn't want it to be a true brown. I just wanted to stick with the little theme I was trying to go for. I forgot. Oh my goodness, I forgot. But I remember I said it at the beginning. So I just wanted to stick with that, and I just wanted that little pinky to stand out. And I just thought it was so cute, and it added a cute little touch to the nails. And at the end of the appointment, she was so happy. I was like, you like them? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I'm going to have to have you freestyle more often. When I tell y'all, it just warmed my little heart. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm glad she liked it, because that was like my first time ever just freestyling on a client and not just doing it on myself like how I usually would do. So it was really good to get somebody else's opinion. Like, at least I know, okay, I'm getting better with this freestyle stuff. Snap, snap, snaps. I just need to keep doing it. Now, some people let you freestyle and some people don't, but I'm very glad that she's the type of client that'll let me freestyle to just explore. It's just like improve my skills. Like, let's see how far this could go. And y'all are going to be here with me so y'all can see this. Y'all gonna be able to see this firsthand. I didn't go into that much great detail about the freestyle. I went into a little bit about the French and the chrome, but the main portion of the video was supposed to be about the refill of the duck nails, because that could just be a nightmare sometimes. But y'all can definitely check out my other videos on my channel where I went into great detail about most of the techniques that I used here, especially mixing the colors. I love mixing colors. Y'all should definitely go check out my cartoon nail art. That's when I really go in and mix the colors and zoom-a-see. The videos are broken down by playlist, so it's easy to find what category you're looking for, like the application, duck nails, holiday nails. I love my holiday nails. My holiday nails be freestyles. I just noticed that. But what other nails? I have like basic nail art. If you're just getting started and you just want to try something real cute, real basic, you can check out that playlist. And don't forget to look down below in the description to follow me on my other socials and check out my Nail Advantage Instagram, where I give you extra tips and tricks how to better yourself as a nail tech. And you can go ahead and check out my free guide that will be linked in the bio of that Instagram, and they'll be linked down below in the description. So go ahead and check it out, and do not miss out on getting that passive income. Trust me, everybody is going to love to have that extra boost and that extra freedom. And I want you guys to comment down below and let me know, how do you feel about freestyles? Do you struggle with freestyles, or you just got it? Because some people just got it like that. Now me, I had to learn how to get it. I ain't have it like that at first. Do not forget to like and share this video. Go ahead and share it with your friends, your family, anybody you know. Go ahead and just share it with them, because everybody needs help out there. Just like I needed help, I'm pretty sure there's people out there who need help too. And make sure you work and pay attention to the points that I made in this video, like cutting the duck nails, application of the duck nails, shaping it, especially shaping. Shaping makes a difference in your duck nails. You have to watch out for that shaping. If you've made it this far, this is the final product, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Bye!